have 10 of you waiting in the waiting room this morning. So thanks for joining us. Brian Webb is here as well.
Hey,
buddy, good morning.
How are you? Our first time?
I know.
And we're old friend. Well, this girl over here you can't see.
No, let me pull up that
old
three
friends
shot.
from back in the day.
So you guys are like BFFs. Right?
It's true, yeah.
Because you worked on the weekends
We
together.
were until she left me.
Oh, no. And so is there any animosity? How are you feeling right now?
I got to a few choice texts.
I've been to counseling a little bit. I'm working through it.
We're getting lunch next week to have a catch-up
Yeah, we're going to catch up a little bit.
Well, the good thing is you don't have to pay for counseling because this is like therapy session right
good
here.
to know.
Yeah, this is a safe space.
Well, let's get started.
Just so you know. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Let us know where you're watching from if you're in the chat. And we always love to hear whether or not you receive some storms because that's kind of the big story right now and what we're experiencing. Let's go right to, of course, this first piece of video. You're going to hear some rain, and this is maybe what you all experienced as well. So let's go ahead and roll that right now. It came down real hard. Yeah, no kidding.
That was overnight, huh?
Yeah, that was overnight. So depending on where you were in the valley and the state, you probably received some rain, stormy conditions coming here in the valley, and it's finally here, of course, as well. So did either of you receive some rain in the overnight hours?
I saw a few puddles. What about you, Krystal?
Nothing that woke me up. I will at least say that. I know yesterday when I was going to the gym, it was raining like a light, steady rain, but it was done by the time I got out of the gym.
Okay.
And then it seemed like overnight, I live in the pretty central East Valley, and so it was drier there than in the West Valley.
Yeah, we got a lot of rain here in Central Phoenix.
Yes.
And then we were up in, I was up in North Scottsdale for a little bit at a soccer field, and we got drenched out there for a quick moment. But those booms, definitely, we heard them. Good morning to Desi T8. Good morning, Mr. Pavoline, Louis Gonzalez. We also have Charles David in the chat as well. So good morning to all of you. Krystal, you've done a great job all morning long and over the last several days covering the storm system.
Thanks.
Let's go right to some of your weather maps.
Okay, so I thought we'd start with rain totals so far. These are the 24-hour rain totals from Maricopa County Flood Control District. And you can see that while everyone got at least some dose of rain from yesterday's storms, this morning's set of storms, it was like this little sliver, a line of thunderstorms that set up in the West Valley, and it ran over the same area. And as a result, a few spots picked up over an inch of rain. So just south of the 10, in between Phoenix and Avondale, you can see that purple kind of highlight. Then it sliced up through Glendale and then into the Deer Valley area. All those locations picked up an inch or more of rain. And then the nearby vicinity, you can see like a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch in terms of storm totals. As you look to downtown Phoenix, close to a half an inch of rain. Parts of Scottsdale, a quarter to a half an inch of rain. And lesser amounts as you head into the East Valley, where it was more a few hundredths to a tenth of an inch in spots like AJ or Gilbert and Mesa. And Tempe was about a third of an inch of rain. But still overall some pretty good numbers.
Is this going to be kind of, I'll put you on the spot here a little bit. Is it more slow and steady, spotty, or more all at once like we saw a couple of weeks ago?
No, so this one's definitely more of a long duration event, but there are going to be periods where it gets heavier. It's not the same style of storm setup as what we saw 2 weeks ago, where we had this area of low pressure come in from the West Coast and slam into Arizona. But there is the potential that as the bulk kind of moisture from Priscilla actually moves in tonight, that we could see some pretty heavy rain and storms. And then additional thunderstorms are possible as we go through the next couple of days around the valley. So here's the look on Fox Vision right now. And you can see most of the rain is north of the valley. And just from looking at the map, I can see we've got one new flood advisory since I even looked at this a few minutes ago. But let's take the tour of where things are currently. First off, we will kind of zoom on in to the center of everything, which is just north of Maricopa County, parts of Yavapai, Coconino counties here, and then moving up into the northeast edge of the state. I'm actually going to, the beauty of this live stream, is I can change the map as we go. I'm going to turn off the satellite layer just because I think the clouds are a little distracting. There we go. So the red box that you see is along Jack's Canyon. There is a stream gauge there that is reporting a 3.5-foot rise, and that was about an hour ago now. So it's probably risen even more since then. So until 11:45, flash flood warning. The reason being is it's running towards Winslow. Not saying that it's going to wash out Winslow, but that the stream in that area is starting to really pick up steam, of course, and that can tend to lead to some issues if there's low-lying areas or any roads that run through. So that's why they have that flash flood warning in place with additional rain that's been moving through. And then we also have 2, it looks like, different flood advisories. So again, let me just kind of put a query on these to give you the timeline. The first one leads into the Pine Strawberry area. Parts of the East Verde River there have also risen 2 to 3 feet. 11:45 a.m. for that flood advisory. And then that new flood advisory that just was issued is up into parts of Navajo County, including in the Pinon area. And there, that flood advisory is in place until, until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So a long-lasting one because more rain is moving that direction. And let me read some of the info on this one. So it looks like 1 to 2.5 inches of rain have started to fall into several different washes there. So the concern is that areas that maybe are typically low running or dry are going to start running. And again, any roads could wash out. So that's why there's those kind of variable advisories in place.
You know, I feel like that is when we don't get rain here, and it always takes me back to that really heartbreaking story where that family was killed up in like the Mogollon Rim. Remember that? And there was a flash flood that came through. They were hiking and you know, even though we may not be getting the precipitation at times here, it's all that rain that our higher elevations are outside of the valley they get, and then we see that water coming through those flooded washes.
Yes, and as you said, like in the high country, people think, oh, it's the weekend, I'm going to go hike, the weather's going to be cooler. I've already talked to 2 different people who said they had to cancel their plans because they were planning to go to the high country to hike or camp or whatever. Definitely is not the week to do so. If you're still kind of flirting with the idea, there is, I would expect, going to be additional flood issues all over parts of the high country and potentially areas to the east of us as this continues to progress. This is the look on Fox Vision over the valley. There's not like a lot of rain, but we do have a little shower activity that has started to pop back up, as you can see, along the 101 between the 17 and 51. And then it looks like some light stuff along the 303 in the far West Valley has started to move on through too. No alerts, of course. This isn't super heavy stuff, but there are a few showers out there.
You know, there's a couple of people in the chat asking about specifically Bullhead City. You know, I asked you about Yuma yesterday. You're like, they're going to be probably a little dry. What does Bullhead City look like? Are they going to be impacted by the storm?
Sure. Okay, so let's go to, I was going to show off the storm timing for like the heavy stuff, but let's just go right to our future cast and we can walk through it. I will say areas, the farther west you go, the less likely that you're going to see those biggest totals. This looks more like a central Arizona and eastward event in terms of some of the biggest rain totals, but there are flood watches for all of western Arizona as well because it doesn't take a ton of rain to trigger flood problems. So almost the entire state of Arizona is under a flood watch for the next few days. So here we go. This is the future cast through midday. The showers that we currently have in the valley and areas north pretty much still in the same place. So that's for the next couple of hours. Then we go into the afternoon. This is 3 p.m. And still the focus is generally in areas north of the valley. And you do see some of that rain in the West Valley. So like you said, the Bullhead City area, Kingman down to Yuma, but it's not quite as heavy. And then we go into the afternoon, evening, where things start to fill out around the state, including in the valley now, some storms starting to pick up. But my focus for the valley is tonight. So this is overnight, middle of the night, 2 a.m. And now you can see heavier rain that is falling the valley up to like Pace and Prescott area, Flagstaff. And the concern here is not necessarily you get a thunderstorm that dumps 2 inches in an hour, which does create immediate urban flooding, but more like cumulative effect rain. If we already have some creeks and streams that are running real low right now because of rain from the last day, now maybe you add another inch or 2 to it and you could end up with some issues. So there we go. That's pretty steady to heavy rain throughout basically the whole night here in the valley and into tomorrow morning. This is 8 a.m. This line of heavier stuff does start to progress eastward. So now Globe is starting to see some of the impacts in those early morning hours. And we'll have to watch Globe tomorrow, I think, because this steady to heavy rain periods pretty much continues on and off throughout the day tomorrow for them. Whereas in the valley, it looks like we'll get some periods of sunshine even and some breaks in the clouds during the day tomorrow. But there's a chance of thunderstorms to fire up with that. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You're like, yay, there's some clearing. But that heating can then trigger thunderstorms, which you're seeing here on the future cast even at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Of course, this is just one model projection. No model is ever exactly right on timing.
Yeah.
But I do think this is doing a fair job of the timeline of how things should shape up.
You bring up a good point. Like I have to remind myself that just because I'm worried about my plants getting water or my grass seed getting water, like there are real problems out there with some of these rains. I remember, trying to go to dinner the night of the Globe downpour and just being kind of just, oh gosh, it's going to be so wet out there. But there were real problems, down the road. And we have to remember that just because it's not a downpour on top of our heads, someone's getting it.
Some parts of the state, absolutely.
Absolutely. And we need the rain, right?
Yes, we are thoroughly in a drought, that's for sure.
For many, many years, we have been in a drought. I think it's interesting, too, when you look at some of the strongest storm cells that are hitting, because you mentioned, up in our higher elevations, and then you brought up your futurecast here Saturday at 9 p.m. That southeast part of the state is also going to get hit. There's not going to be a place around the state that's not going to at least experience a little bit of the system.
Yes, that's exactly right. And that tends to happen when we have tropical setups where we've got tropical moisture moving through, that pretty much everywhere ends up getting a little something. And this is just one, again, model projection, but I've kind of put in our own forecast general values that we're expecting. So around the valley, an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain spreading through. I think the bulk of it would be tonight into tomorrow morning, but thunderstorm development tomorrow afternoon could boost those numbers. And then 2 to 3 inches in pockets, not everyone, but in pockets, stretching from like a line Flagstaff down to southeastern Arizona. And southeastern Arizona has the bigger threat of heavier rain into Sunday and even Monday, because Tropical Storm Raymond, which is behind Priscilla, is actually going to hook up our direction too into early next week.
We touched on Globe just a little bit. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of what the mayor had to share. We chatted with him this morning and how they're getting ready for the storm system here. How are all the residents and you all preparing for this next round of storm activity?
Well, we went from, it's been a long 2 weeks working very hard to clean up. A lot of folks, staff, business community, and the residents working dusk to dawn. And they've done an amazing job with all the volunteers.
We're done.
But yesterday, we started we changed direction, and it all went to starting to close up and cover up with plywood, plastic, and sandbags in case that happens again this coming weekend.
Al, can you just kind of describe what are the conditions right now up in the Globe Miami area? Of course, Krystal's been tracking the storm, and things look quiet now, but that could potentially change.
You bet. Yeah, we did get a little bit of rain last night. Not much. It's pretty dry this morning, cloudy, but we're anticipating, I think, today, according to the reports, today and tomorrow. So all we're doing is preparing. We've done a lot of work in the waterways, clearing a lot of debris that came down. All the vehicles are out. The propane tanks that went through the creek also are out. So we're prepared, and like I said, but you can do all you can do to prevent it, but it's going to be tough if we get a downpour like we did last.
A little bit coming from the mayor of Globe. They're sharing a little bit about what they're experiencing. So, Krystal, do you mind hanging out with us for just a little bit longer, just a couple minutes?
Sure.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is a look at your mystery camera this morning at 10:15. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear me now?
I got you now.
What commercial does that remind you of?
Yeah. Some
Verizon.
Verizon. There we go.
This is a look at your mystery camera. Many of you are chiming in. Where in the United States do you think this shot is? Crystal,
let's see.
Brian, any thoughts?
I see some mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I see some houses.
Okay. Some sky.
Gosh.
Thank you.
Do we have to decide right now?
I'm going to say New Mexico. I
Yeah,
don't
go
know.
right now, just for fun.
I'm going to say Idaho.
Okay, that's a pretty good guess. I'm going to go, I would like to go Idaho as well. Let's see,
Okay.
Kansas. DeYoung in the chat says Kansas. Thank you, Frankie D. He says, we can hear you. Brandy the Bookworm says Utah. Frankie D says California. Mike Fernandez says Iowa. I think I'm going to go with Brandy the Bookworm. I'm going to go Utah.
Well, I'm
on
from
this one
Kansas,
as
so I can tell you that's not it.
Did your
That
mom
is
have some
not it.
red ruby slippers? Did your mom have those red ruby slippers?
She hung out for 50 years in that state. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do the honors? Here
wait,
is.
we get to-
yeah, because this is
the reveal.
Brian's first time on this.
Okay.
So you
Show it to the
camera.
camera.
yeah, show it to the camera right
This
there.
one over
Wait,
there?
that one right there.
Where is it?
Where is it?
Oh,
Where
wait,
is
it's
it?
upside down. Oh, Ron would have gotten this one.
Is it
Tampico, Washington.
Tampico, Washington? Do we get any Washington guesses? I don't think we did.
If I must say, I believe Idaho is in that general area.
I think
True,
you were
you
very
guys didn't do too bad.
You were very, very close. Okay, so thank you all for joining us, by the way, and for playing along with us. Some of you were very, very close. Crystal, let's go back to your maps if we can. We'll wrap up some of kind of where we're going.
Sure. So I just want to do kind of a quick summation. The main bullet points here is that for the Flagstaff area, it looks like the heaviest periods of rain will start a little later this afternoon and last until about midnight. And in the valley, although rain before this timeline is definitely possible and likely to happen, 9 o'clock tonight till 8 a.m. tomorrow is the potential for the heaviest rain. When it comes to rain chances, today into tonight, up to 90%. So it's basically a sure thing. We are going to see rain tonight. Saturday night, still at a 60% chance, although as I mentioned, not all day long. It looks like in the morning, and then there may be a break, some clouds, some spot showers, and then potentially some later day and evening thunderstorms that last into Sunday. Again, scattered chances Sunday night, and early Monday morning before things should start to quiet down around the valley. But it's quite a stretch thanks to not the one but two different tropical systems that are impacting us.
Can I ask a weather nerd question?
I love a weather nerd
Always.
question.
Was there a butterfly that flapped its wings somewhere in the Pacific? I mean, seriously though, how does it start way out there in the ocean? Just a little swirl?
Yeah, well,
it
and
goes
this
from there?
time of year, here I'll pull up one of the map for Raymond. This time of year, we're still in kind of the very tail end of the peak season for the Eastern Pacific tropical systems to develop. So what you're looking at right now is Tropical Storm Raymond, but where Raymond is a hot spot for storms to develop. So you get this cluster of moisture and disorganization, and then it gets the right elements together, it gets the right warm water it moves into, and you end up with these tropical systems that, if the pattern is perfect, end up swirling up and over us. And we've been talking about this for several days in a row, but I'll just show this map so you can get the visualization. It's the perfect pattern because of the high pressure that's sitting over the Mexico-Texas area, the low pressure that is sitting over the west coast of the United States, and that creates this like funnel effect over the southwest, and we happen to be the perfect bullseye this time around for this moisture that you see in blue and orange to vacuum suck right up into Arizona. So that's what's happening.
All right, not monsoon officially, but still rain.
No longer monsoonal, but certainly tropical. It is humid out there.
What did you say? It was like 70?
The dew point's at 70, which is pretty rare. Well, 55 and we get excited. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, your hair looks amazing.
his hair's always good.
On
What?
point. On
I
point.
did wash it today, so
Thanks for
there's
doing that.
Yeah. Thank you for showering, actually,
Yes,
since
exactly.
we're sitting next to you. Thank you, Crystal.
Thanks,
Thank you
Crystal.
so much. We're going to go give you a quick shot of this beautiful shot of the city while we talk about what's coming up next. One of the big topics, Brian, around the world is, of course, the ceasefire and what's happening in
Right.
the Middle East.
Right. Over 2 years now since that original attack at the music festival by Hamas, and it's been back and forth ever since. And there's been people taking sides both ways, and there have been real concerns about getting aid in there to people who are hungry. There's been real concerns about more attacks. But I don't need to talk about this. We have an expert joining us, I believe, Micheline Ishay from the University of Denver. Micheline, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello. Good to see you.
Hi. Thanks for joining us. Well, give us just your thoughts off the top of your head. How you feeling right now about things?
Well, I think that the people of the regions, the announcements of a ceasefires and a release of hostages have been welcome, both on the Israeli side and the Palestinian side in Gaza, and among their supporters in many parts of the world. So I think that some of them view that with some level of trepidation, hoping that's an enduring ceasefire and it will move forward.
What are your thoughts on how optimistic we can be on something like this actually lasting? Everything that's gone on over the course of many decades in the Middle East, it's taken a long time back and forth. This is kind of a struggle that's gone on there for many, many decades.
Well, certainly the last ceasefires was more recent, January of 2024. It did not last, and one of the problems because it didn't last, there was no Palestinian governance that would be legitimate. And now there are more serious conversations as to the composition of a board of peace that will have a multilateral governance in which they will bring, aside from the mediators of the current ceasefires, also Palestinians from different groups and technocrats that will be able to manage a place that really needs management done in the proper way.
What about I read an article about, in one way, now the hard part starts where you've got to go in there and rebuild. You've got to get aid. You've got to have housing for all these people. And who's in charge of that, and how does that work?
Well, currently we have 170,000 metrics of food and aids that are just awaiting the green light of the Israeli in order to get into the Gaza Strip. The United Nations is going to take a more prominent role in making sure that the aids come to Gaza. So that is already happening very soon. So there are aids that is coming into Gaza, but not enough, and hopefully we will see much more. With respect to the rest, we know that Germany has pledges to about 29 million euro to aid for Gaza. So there is a concerted effort internationally to make sure that there'll be more coming from the international community, the regional communities, to the Gaza Strip.
So you are the professor and director of the Center for Middle East Studies, Korbel University of Global and Public Affairs at the University of Denver. When you speak to students these days, sometimes I think in the United States we have a disconnect, right? We don't feel like we don't feel connected to what's happening around the globe. What is your sense in terms of how we in America are feeling right now about what's happening in the Middle East?
Well, it's very difficult to say in America. There are different perspectives among the American public, but suffice to say that people have been across the board a sense of despair and disenchantment, and things have not been moving in the directions of peace. The images in social media have been very difficult to watch. Regardless of people's political opinions and persuasions. And I think that generally speaking, people, and certainly among my students, there is a sense of despair, where to go next. And so that is probably very much welcome in many circles, that idea that there could be not only just a ceasefire, an enduring one, and possibly a next phase that could provide some form of self-determination to the Palestinian people. Anything
in particular you'll be keeping an eye on to make sure this is going in the right direction, or may be faltering at all?
Yes, I always have my eyes on the news every day. And of course, I will make sure that I will be looking and hope that things are moving forward. But we have to remember that what the conditions today are quite remarkable, because we have, on the one hand, the Qatari, the Turks, and the Egyptians who are putting a lot of pressure on Hamas. The United States has put a lot of pressure as well on Hamas. And so the question is, to what extent will that pressure keep going after the release of hostages, after the exchange of Palestinian prisoners? There needs to be eyes on the ball and really managers that have a sense of details as to move forward the process, because it could derail, as any ceasefires have derailed in the past. So that is the hope, that we will have more of that as we move forward.
Well, Professor, thank you so much for your time this morning. You did such a great job, I think, on breaking some of those issues down for us. And we hope to have you back again. We appreciate your insight. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to our poll question this morning. And here's a question for you. How optimistic are you about the Israel-Hamas peace deal?
Well, if you're asking me personally.
Yeah, I'm sure you've thought about this long and hard all morning. Did you wake up out of bed and go, how optimistic am I?
Well, I just know the basics, that the Middle East is fraught with trouble.
Yeah.
And it always has been since I've been around. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, no kidding. Here are your answers here. You're very optimistic. 23% of you say that. Cautiously, 25%. And not at all. There's no chance a peace deal leads to a true end to conflict. That's 50% of you this morning. This is one of our poll questions that we have. Do you want to read through, Brian, our poll question on YouTube?
If I can read it.
I know, right?
We're Fox 10 poll question. How optimistic are... Okay, this is the same one,
right? It's the same one, just a different audience.
Okay. I'm very proud, President Trump. I'm excited for the peace. Cautiously optimistic. Is 40% there. Okay, so that's a little bit of a different number than we saw, and then no way at all, 37. All right, so cautiously optimistic. I'll put myself in that camp, and what else can you be, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Let's go to Big D. He's got some questions. Hi, buddy.
Well, hello, friend.
Hi, it's good to see you, my friend.
So we got a lot of great comments, as always, for this poll question. Alan R3Q1F says, as a liberal, I'll be cautiously optimistic for peace. If Trump manages to create even a temporary peace deal, it's worth an applause. Why We're Here 275 says, I'm bordering on ancient and have seen this time and time again. The actions on both sides have guaranteed that another 2 generations will stew in hate. And finally, Jeffrey Campbell 7425 says, very proud of Trump, but Hamas can't be trusted, so time will tell. Keep the comments going, guys. We love hearing from you.
Oh, yeah, we do. And we'll constantly check in on you throughout the day. Big D. Thank you. And so a big thank you to all of you in the chat as well. Do you guys have a chat? When's you're at
Wednesday at 3, and I did not know he went by Big D. Big D.
Do you want to try the guttural sound?
Well, I'm going to work on it.
Yeah, okay.
Until Wednesday next week, I'm going to have it down.
All right, so we're going to show you this beautiful shot of the country as well. And thank you all for chiming in the chat. Brian loves reading your comments, and a lot of you like his sweater. So, yeah, you're looking good, buddy.
It's brand new, by the way.
We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone. A beautiful shot here of our city. Not of Phoenix, but one city.
I used to live there.
Oh, you did? What city is this, Brian?
San Francisco, is it not?
Oh, my goodness. We need to know more about your days in San Francisco.
It was quick, just a year there. My ex-wife didn't really like it so much. Not for any...
Hold on one second. Your ex-wife didn't like it so much.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
Well, like I said at the beginning of this show, this is a therapy session.
Okay.
This is a safe space.
Well, we went there because we both had family there, so that made sense.
Okay.
We'd already lived in Phoenix, but we were like, we're going to stay here. We're going to try something out. You know, we're not spring chickens anymore. We went to San Francisco first. I liked it. She didn't like the weather. The weather drove her nuts. In the city, it's always rainy and cold, as many people know.
Yeah.
You go, now my brother and mother live in the East Bay. Beautiful every day. Just beautiful every day. Just, you know, a 20-minute drive in any direction. It's gorgeous. But in the city itself, you get that fog bank, rain, it's cold, and drove her nuts.
My goodness.
Out we went.
They got great restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. And
You know
it's,
what I mean?
I mean, it's a very I thought it was a charming city.
Yeah,
it's not for everyone.
Did
but
you ever bike across the Golden Gate Bridge or anything?
Just drove it across it.
Yeah.
That was my bravery level.
You know, I did have a friend who lived in San Francisco, and I think I just graduated college, and I would go visit, and he had a rooftop deck.
Cool.
Near the water.
Cool.
And so we would go up there and watch the sunrise or sunset once in a while. But it was a very beautiful city.
It's a beautiful city. And we also didn't know it at the time, but made the mistake of living on a corner that had a fire station down the street and a hospital down the street.
Oh,
so it
no.
was constant sirens blaring night and day. So that was
not great. But that is a look at a sunny day. Nice in San Francisco this morning. Look at you.
Beautiful.
I'm going to call you Ron Moon Jr.
I've been around.
Yeah, you know.
Not like Ron. Ron's been around. I've just been around.
All right, we're going to talk this morning about the government shutdown. Let's go ahead and go to some video here this morning and talk about maybe you in the chat want to share your thoughts on the government shutdown, what is happening. Still gridlock. They can't make a decision. It's day 10 of this government shutdown.
You know, you got to wonder where it's going to crack, right?
Yeah.
It seems like I've read some things that, you know, they talk a lot about healthcare being the main hang up, but there's a lot of going on behind the scenes that this is really about. So we'll see how it comes together. They usually do, right? I mean, we've seen this before. Eventually, there's going to be some pain. Hopefully, it's moderate, minor pain.
Well, and I think for a lot of you who are watching on TV or maybe you're on YouTube with us, I think the thing that kind of makes you think, is this really happening, is when the air traffic controllers called in sick in Burbank and it shut down the airport earlier this week. For a lot of people who either travel for work or maybe you have family in another city, you're constantly thinking, are my flights going to be canceled? Are they going to be delayed? On FlightAware, I was looking at the misery map this morning, and right now out of Phoenix, there are cancellations this morning, and that is something. 37 delayed, or actually no cancellations yet. 37 delayed this morning, and the flights that are affected are ones to it looks as though to Wisconsin, Denver, Seattle, and so those are the ones that are Madison, Wisconsin, that are the most affected. And for some people, you know, if you're depending on a paycheck.
Right. If it's a paycheck, and a lot of people, I believe, are on government support on one level or another, and if that stops coming, then you feel it in a hurry.
Yeah, no kidding. You like that misery map?
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
that's good stuff. You have all sorts of little cool tricks in the morning, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We do. And let us know your thoughts in the chat. We always love sharing your thoughts with that. And, you know, you guys are talking about Patricia is one of our gals in our chat, and she hasn't been around for a little bit. So people are asking about her this morning.
Welcome back. Well, is she here? Is she still missing?
She's still missing.
Oh, no. Okay.
So we're hoping she's okay. And many of you are saying, you know, prayers and thoughts for Patricia, and we love that. We do want to listen in to some of the lawmakers. They've shared some of their thoughts on both sides, right, of the aisle. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this.
Welcome, everyone. Day 10 of the Democrat government shutdown. We're not in a good mood here in the Capitol. It's a somber day. Today marks the first day federal workers across America will receive a partial paycheck thanks to Democrats' obstruction to the system here. This is the last paycheck that 700,000 federal workers will see until Washington Democrats decide to do their job and reopen the government. Starting next week, American service members, many of whom live paycheck to paycheck, are going to miss a full paycheck. If Democrats don't end this shutdown by Monday, then that October 15th date will pass us by. You've got millions of American families who will now have to figure out how to make their mortgage, how to cover their rent, pay the car note, keep food on the table, because Democrats, Chuck Schumer and his colleagues in the Senate, are here playing games.
They're not serious about reopening the government. Republicans aren't even serious about paying our active duty troops.
But they have voted for temporary government funding legislation.
Republicans have voted for a partisan spending bill that continues to gut the health care of the American people and threatens to raise the cost of living on tens of millions of Americans in an environment where Republicans promised to lower the cost of living on day one. Costs haven't gone down, they've gone up. Inflation has gone up. The Trump tariffs are making life more expensive by thousands of dollars a year for everyday Americans. They visited chaos and crisis and confusion on the American people from day one of the Trump presidency. And now they've decided that they'd rather shut the government down than fix our broken healthcare system.
It's on the radio saying that even a lot of Trump supporters are on Obamacare.
Yeah.
So if those prices really jump up, or if that becomes the legit blockade, that might pull things in the Democrats' favor in this argument.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. That was some pundits on the radio I heard talking about when this might and how this might end.
You know, I think it's interesting, too, and many of you have chimed in. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Darla Nicole Clapperton says they need to not be so selfish and care about all those people whose lives are being affected by not going to work. Jens Wall says, I don't get it. Why make those people not receive pay? It should be the lawmakers not getting paid. And we talked about this.
Exactly.
Did you hear about, I think there's a lawmaker, I believe it's in Florida, who wants to introduce a bill that says if we're in the middle of a government shutdown, the lawmakers should not get paid until they're able to work everything
100%.
out, right?
That would change everything, wouldn't it?
It would, because
Right.
if you're not doing your job, then you shouldn't get paid.
And the thought of coming to your job, even if you like it, but not knowing when you're going to get a paycheck, at some point everybody's like, hey, enough is enough.
Well, because your mortgage comes every
Your
month.
mortgage isn't stopping.
The utility bills are
Your grocery bills, your gas bills.
Your family has to eat,
Right.
all those different things, which I think is so important. Brandy the Bookworm says, take their paychecks. I guarantee it will be resolved very fast.
Exactly.
Sad, maddening, but true. You're so right. So thank you for sharing your thoughts here in the chat. And if you're new to the feed, we always love hearing from many of you. We have one viewer. His name's The Aviator.
Cool.
And he's in Germany.
Oh,
and
that's
he said
great.
he's coming home in a week or two or something like that.
Here home.
For a visit. So that's going to be exciting. We're glad that you're going to come home. We love hearing from you.
Love it.
We also love jewelry. Are you a jewelry guy? I see you have a fancy watch
A
on.
watch. That's about it.
Do you have earrings?
No. This is it.
Chains? Do you ever wear chains?
No.
Really?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be like a surfer dude, but I lived in Kansas, so that was not going to happen. I did have a skateboard and bought one of those back in the day, the little white stone thing that I thought made me look like
shells,
a surfer.
like the
Yeah,
little shell.
something like that. I thought that made me look like a surfer in Newton, Kansas, but
Well,
it didn't really work.
we have Revel Surf, which is a cool spot here in the East Valley, and so
true,
you can
true.
still live your
Good point.
your whole life. Okay, so we are talking jewelry this morning. Let's go to this because we do have a situation that took place in Sun City West. And it was actually a jewelry heist, not so great, but we've got video to show you this morning. Take a look at this.
Seen it all. Like I said, this is not our first rodeo. They busted through the front door, the front glass, and they came around and smashed all 3 cases, which there was hardly anything in there. We put everything away, so they didn't get nothing really that much. And they went out the door within 3 minutes.
I was going to say, I know jewelry shops are often put away the most expensive things at night, so that this can't take the big items out. So clearly he knew what he was doing, but he's watching it as it's happening from his home.
It's so crazy. Charles David says he likes manly jewelry, by the way. So if you were to purchase something, Brian, don't be ashamed to show it off. Unbutton that top button you got there and, show it off. Gold and Gems Unique is the name of the place. And, they're in those display cases that you see, they're smashing the glass. One of the guys, though, we're hearing cut his hand. So he left behind a little DNA.
And, you got to think, okay, well, there you go. And it didn't last long before they caught him. Little DNA is all it takes, and some video. And there are cameras everywhere, right? So I don't know how people get away with crimes like that.
People are crazy.
That's why we have jobs, and I.
Right? I know, right? Because of all these ridiculous people doing ridiculous things. So the men now facing felony counts of burglary. Detectives have now connected one of them to other jewelry store burglaries in Phoenix as well as in Litchfield Park. Crazy.
Yeah, you got to think you just hate to say it, but if someone's involved in a crime, chances of being the first crime are probably pretty low.
Yeah, look at these guys. And just kind of like taking their time as they're sifting through, They're like, okay. All right, let's go to this next story here this morning. And this is a situation where a car went off of a cliff. 3 people were rescued after a car went over a cliff. This is near Tortilla Flat. Have you ever been up to that part of the valley?
Yes. And it was, last time I was there was closed for some road issues because it's a little dicey driving up there.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of windy, right, too? You can see these are images from the Superstition Fire and Medical crew. They were able, and you can see that, the paramedics there on scene as well. So what we're hearing is that it's State Route 88. Apache Trail, also what it's known as. It was Tuesday night. One person was found 40 feet down a steep slope, and then 2 others were trapped inside the car about 350 feet down the canyon.
If you survive that, it is your lucky day.
Yeah, no kidding.
No joke.
And we've seen a few of these different stories, with these situations. Here's another one.
Right. Oh, okay. So I remember this. This was State Route 88 last month, 400-foot drop. People in that car also survived. There are no guardrails in that area, which is true for a lot of Arizona. I remember driving here the first time in the dark, and I'm like, really? Like, this is, whoa, look down. It's just right there.
I know. You're really out west on this one. So that's a couple of wild stories. Be careful on some of those roadways, especially they'll be slick over this weekend. Let's give you another look here at a beautiful shot here around the country.
Nice.
Wow, this is gorgeous.
Really nice.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
a good answer. Don't ask me to go hiking. I don't want to go.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Beautiful shot. We hope you loved it. We are asking Dean Fazzini to see where this... Oh, Alpine, Wyoming.
That makes perfect sense.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's nice.
That is so great. Okay, so we were just chatting with Brian. This is Brian, if you're just joining us. Brian Webb, an evening anchor. And Brian, you said you like to ride your bike.
My brother really got into the speed where the uniform and all the clip-in pedals.
Yeah.
And so he kept getting nicer and nicer bikes and gave me his old...
Oh, you got the hand-me-downs.
I got the hand-me-down, but still the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't do the uniform, but I have the click-in pedals, and those bikes,
wow.
I mean, you feel like you're flying.
So you're kind of like a Lance Armstrong type of guy?
Pretty
is
much,
that you?
pretty much.
With the spandex suit? Do you have a spandex suit?
I'm not going that far, no. just the old gym shorts. I'm not ready to make that plunge yet. You see those guys walking around in the restaurants with their clunky
I don't
shoes.
judge.
Yeah,
I don't judge.
Okay,
I
do.
And I know that nobody else judged. So here's the thing. We were just chatting, and I said, Brian, what do you like to do? And he's like, somebody just asked me what my hobby was. And so if any of you out there in the chat have some great ideas on what maybe Brian can try, maybe like skydiving.
I did indoor skydiving.
Oh, off of the 101.
Down at Eloy.
Oh, in Eloy.
Yeah, one of our little small town stories. It was pretty fascinating.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
If you guys have any ideas, let us know. Aviator says Alpine for sure. Yes. Okay. Brandy the Bookworm says just heard back from Patricia. She's just super bogged down with work that needs her undivided attention. Tell her we all wish her well. Yeah, I know Darla Nicole Clapperton says it looks like northern Arizona or Colorado with that image. Let me go ahead and go back to it because it's Alpine, Wyoming. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful day there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And that tree here in the foreground starting to change.
We need to open a little bureau up there.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
TV station.
Oh yeah, would you go? Are you a fisherman? What about fishing? Would you like to fish?
No patience for that.
No fishing.
No. Keep trying though.
What about painting?
Like artistically?
Yeah.
No.
Let's see. Cooking.
No.
Baking.
Eating.
Okay.
What does Ron Hoon do for fun? Maybe I'll steal one of his ideas.
Ron travels.
Okay.
Would you travel for fun?
I do have a kind of a retirement fantasy that I think is better on paper than real life. But like during the summer months.
We want to get a close-up of Ryan. He's talking about
during the summer months, get out of here because it's so hot and go live in another country for like 2, 3, 4 months. If you hate it, come back early. If you like it, stay longer. But I'm like, live there, not just a week or two.
We love talking about food and travel on this. So people always share, like Charles Davis says, now I want to visit Alpine, Wyoming. If you had to pick a city that you could do that in, what city would it be?
I love Europe. Barcelona comes to mind. I have not been there. I just went to Switzerland this summer. It was beautiful. But it was like a sleepy ski town, so there wasn't much going on. It was just my college buddy lives there.
Okay.
So we hung out. But
did you go to like a bar in town? Did you meet anybody?
Just
did you
him.
Are you single? We can find you a girl.
Yeah, but trying to date someone in Switzerland might be a little tough on the pocketbook.
Well, long distance relationships do work sometimes.
Oh, they
Brian.
do?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
But it takes time. Charles David says, let's form a band, Brian.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can sing in the shower pretty darn good.
Ooh.
Outside of that, I don't know.
Okay, so he sings.
Just good enough to be dangerous.
He's a singer. By the way, with this image right here, people are loving it. Jen's wall, it says, a Bob Ross inspiration, because that's a happy little tree.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. Good old Bob Ross. Yeah, he would have whipped that up in about 20 minutes.
Oh, my goodness. I know. I sometimes, like, if I just want something on the screen, you guys ever put, like, a Food Network show on or something like that, like a streaming show if I just want something. Yeah. And sometimes I'll put on, if it's not Fox 10 Talks or Drone Zone, or Cool House, I'll put on, or What's in a Name in Arizona. Yeah, is that your show?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I'll put on Bob Ross in the background.
He's such a soothing guy.
He really is.
I remember watching him as a little kid on, was it Saturday or Sunday mornings?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on here?
I know.
Who is this guy with his crazy hair?
Crazy hair.
And he's teaching me how to paint in 5 minutes. I can have a masterpiece.
And he's got like bell bottoms and just like, he's kind of a hip guy.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you could be Bob Ross for Halloween.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
Okay, speaking of Halloween, let's go to this video and we're talking. What's your favorite candy, Brian?
I'm going to go Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Ooh, that's a big fave. That's a big fave. I'm allergic to chocolate.
What?
It's a long story.
How do you go on living?
For the last 10 years, I haven't had any chocolate, red wine, or soft cheeses.
Those things started later in life?
Yeah, after my third baby.
Really?
Yeah.
We should do some scientific experiments.
We should. You know, I'm up for some sort of scientific experiment. So the Halloween, of course, is going to be affected by tariffs. Unfortunately, they're saying some costume stores are getting hit with, higher prices, and Halloween costumes sold in the U.S. produced in China, Mexico, and other countries are charged with tariffs as well. So, do you still celebrate Halloween?
Well, I don't really. I live kind of on a busy street, so I don't even really hand out candy because the kids don't want to walk on that busy street. But the neighborhood behind me, it goes gangbusters. It's really fun to see.
What are your cross streets?
Like about 44th Street in Campbell.
Oh, you're in like near Arcadia area.
Yeah. And the neighborhood behind me is really like once the kids trick or treaters to show up, it's kind of a just come if you want, even if you live here or not, and it's really the scene.
You're in a high dollar neighborhood, you know that?
I got in at the bottom of the market cross. Thank the Lord.
We should ask AI what your salary is. You know, we did that with Ron once.
Oh, did? What did it say?
60,000. He was like, all right.
Okay, I'll take it.
So speaking of high dollar, this is chocolate prices. Those are actually going up potentially because of a situation that happened on the other side of the world in West Africa. There was some sort of heavy rains in 2023 that triggered disease and crop rot. So it lowered the cocoa production. So your Reese's, you say Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, right?
Well, that, government shutdown and all that's going on, you mess with people's chocolate.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's a real problem.
Yeah. Are you allergic to anything? No.
I don't think so.
Oh, good for you. Brandy the Bookworm says she's allergic to hops in beer.
Oh. Okay.
And so, it's a stinger. I know. Jen's Wall says, no, Celeste, I would die. No chocolate or cheese.
I know. All right.
I know. So that's why I go with like a good snickerdoodle cookie. Or like I love a good oatmeal, and my favorite is carrot cake.
Carrot cake is pretty top
with walnuts.
notch.
Yeah,
carrot cake is good.
So
but
delicious.
You're staring at this chocolate chip cookie, and you got to go, no, give me the snickerdoodle.
Yeah,
that's a rough.
I know. Fortunately, I love cinnamon, so
you're making the best of it. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
The headache is so bad. The migraines that I get from chocolate.
That's what it is. Okay.
The headache is so bad that I won't have it for the rest of my life. It's worth it. Yeah.
Do you remember the taste of chocolate?
It's debilitating. Not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you remember liking it a lot?
I remember loving the Snickers and the Kit Kats as a kid. That is for sure.
I'm rubbing it in now.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
Listen to you. Look at this face. Look at this face right here. Rubbing it in.
My bad.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, we are talking about this morning. Let's go to something. Are you a Halloween fan? Let me ask you that. Do you like Halloween? Do you like, holidays?
I like Christmas.
Okay.
I'll skip right to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
In between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's just everybody's a little bit, that.
You've traveled a lot. What's like the best Christmas city you've
New
been
York
in,
City,
by the way?
hands down. Oh, yeah.
So
fantastic.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to get to, speaking of holidays, there's something that you can do here in Arizona, and it has to do with Halloween and the apocalypse.
Okay.
Which we're hoping doesn't come soon.
Does it start with the word scare?
It starts. It's very close.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
It's this apocalypse.
It is.
Rawhide?
Yes.
A new one.
Good morning, you guys. This is the coolest thing. I'm telling you, you're going to want to do this. It's so much fun because they have these big old heavy rifles that are part of the deal. And of course, I got Bobby Sutton here. Bobby, last year was your first year. This is your second year. A lot of great things. Tell everybody what it's all about. Apocalypse Rawhide.
So we've done this all over the world, really. But it's the first time, old Western town, pump shotguns, and it's an amazing event. It's the best event we've ever done. The Gila River community has been awesome to let us do this, so it's a perfect setting. People are going to love it.
Absolutely love it. Let me just explain to everybody, when you come in here, now Bobby was saying last year you'd kind of stand in line and everything, but now they've got the saloon open, so you can stand in there, have a cocktail or a beer with your buddy, and then get in here.
That's the whole thing. So we want them to, instead of standing in line, we want them to be able to go hang out in the saloon, and then when they get to Texas, their turn to go, they go right in and start. So it's going to be a really fun way to do it.
Tell everyone about the digital queue.
So that's the digital queue. You check in, you hang out in the saloon, And then when you get your text that it's your turn, you come out and start shooting.
So your group comes out right about here, Bobby, and then you have like a sheriff that tells you how this works.
So the sheriff tells them what to do, how to use the shotgun. It's infrared, you know. So and not a lot of people hear it because their adrenaline is pumping, and you hear them trying to reload and do things out there. It's a lot of fun. It is adrenaline-filled. It's crazy out there. It's intense.
This is a very fancy, expensive gun. Tell everybody how it works. And there's nothing coming out of the front end. It's just a laser.
Nothing comes out of the barrel. It's a laser, and the zombies and the targets have headbands or body bands on, and you shoot the zombies, and you know you shoot them.
Yeah.
But it's a pump shotgun. You have to load it when you run out.
Yeah.
And it's got a good feel to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And it's weight correct.
It is a tactical weighted shotgun for training. We brought it over to the entertainment side.
All right, so here we go. You guys can come walking out of here, and I'm with, first Bobby knows how to do this. And so you just kind of pump it and you go. So there's the dummy that you practice on when you come in here. I got to reload.
Reload.
How come none of us hit him?
There you go.
I think I got him there.
Got a headshot.
All right, so you work your way past the first dummy, which is just supposed to help you.
Let's turn those mics back on.
You get to kill zombies.
Yeah, it's like the Walking Dead type of a thing.
Right?
It's so cool. So, Brian, you've been on this show with Ron once before. You're a pretty active guy, and you like holidays, you say. And on your show, what do you guys focus on your show?
Oh gosh, we try to find unusual things, and a lot of lately we've been hitting up like UFO experts and
maybe like these type of people. Take a look.
That season again, right? Halloween season. Everybody's out having a good time.
Yeah. This guy's scaring me.
Here with Scarizona Scaregrounds. We've been scaring the valley for 29 years. That season again, right? Halloween season. Everybody's out having a good time.
This guy's scaring me.
Here with Scarizona Scaregrounds. We've been scaring the valley for 29 years.
Hey, Olaf the Clown. Oh. Yeah. A little different than
Which face was talking?
Frozen.
I'm so scared I can't move right now. I can barely speak.
Well, 3 different shows out there, 3 different haunted houses, 3 different themes, so a lot to do.
What can people expect when they get out there, Alan?
A lot of scares, a lot of screams.
So if I'm in there, I can expect a few people jumping out at me.
Several people. More animatronics than anybody in the valley.
I don't know what they're doing.
We just took it up a notch.
I don't know if he's a Fox 10 talker.
They have such pretty eyes.
Oh my God.
Oh, you do have such pretty eyes.
You just don't even. You're scared to make contact with them because it's going to egg them on. It's going to egg them on to do more.
Yeah,
terrifying
I know.
Things.
They got quite the response. You're single, so what about the lady behind you? Yes or no?
You never know.
All right.
I mean, there's a little connection there.
We're rooting for you. Thank you all for joining us. Anita and Ty are next. We'll see you soon.
Oh.
Got to turn the mics on first.
Okay. It's a Friday fun show.
We really have a really cool show packed for you.
Really neat stuff.
Okay, so first we have to get through the boring stuff, which is Krystal.
Wow. I was going to say we have to start with the neatest part of the show, which is Krystal.
I'm just kidding. But we have the Arizona State Fair here. And then there's a really cool place. We had them on our morning show not too long ago. It's called Get Ghosted Phoenix. They offer ghost tours here in Phoenix. We're actually going to go ghost hunting.
I actually think this is going to be so cool. If I wasn't so busy with weather, I was going to join.
I know. I wanted you to come with us.
Maybe you'll catch a break.
So we're going to do some ghost hunting around 11:15. So you're going to want to stay tuned for all of this.
You have not caught a break, really, since the monsoon technically ended.
Yeah.
It's been rainy.
It has been quite a spell, since late August. So we're going to continue with that. There we go. There's my camera.
Hi.
And we already have had rain yesterday. We had rain and storms early this morning in the valley. Now those have lifted northward, and you see on Fox Vision that we have some flood alerts as a result, which is what we were expecting. That's why the flood watches were put out by the National Weather Service office in Flagstaff and Phoenix and in Tucson. All three offices put out their own flood watches. Almost the entire state is under a flood watch for the possibility of pockets of flooding to occur. So let's dive into it, right, guys? We're going to start in northern Arizona, where the rain is mostly in a light to steady or heavier rain. Can you guys hear the little parrot in the background? That's a little tease for what's coming. Oh my goodness.
Everyone's giddy.
Okay, so here's the look on your Fox Vision radar.
All right, just focus up, everyone. Come on,
Right.
we have a packed show. We got a lot to get to.
I'm streamlined. There's the rain. The yellow and oranges is where there's a steady to heavier rain that is coming down, and it's mostly lined up along the 17 up towards Flagstaff. It's like an east flag right now, and then moving up into parts of Navajo County area. So there are a few flood alerts to get to. The first one is stretching just north of the valley up to like the Pine Strawberry area until 11:45. So about 45 minutes left on the clock on this one, unless they choose to extend it. There is still rain actively falling in that area. They may end up extending it. This one is because the East Verde River has been rising. Then we've got both a flood advisory as well as a flash flood warning. The flash flood warning is for Jack's Canyon because there the river has been rising already more than 3 feet, and that was a couple hours ago, so it's probably picked up a bit more steam since. Now this goes towards Winslow. I'm not saying it's going to like flash flood through Winslow. Winslow is not specifically under flash flood warning, but that is why they put the warning into place. And then you can see the rain is trekking up towards that last flood advisory, which is in place until 4. Just for perspective, flood advisories are more for creeks and streams that are starting to rise but may not have like immediate and major danger, but some issues. And then flash flood warnings are more serious. That's where there could be more dangerous conditions, and they're recommending, you stay away from that area. How about for the valley? It is mostly dry. It's cloudy out there, but we do see a couple little showers that are running along like the north end of the 101 up towards Cave Creek. And realistically, what's going to happen is as the day progresses, we are going to see storms start to approach from the west, but it really takes time to make its way to the valley. So for now, the worst of it is in northern Arizona, and that's where I expect it to remain in the morning and early afternoon. Let's see if I can get my computer to work for me. For some reason, it's glitching out a little bit. Let's see. Here we go. The Futurecast. So the timing of the storms for you guys. Oh, no. Well, I don't know what's going on with my computer. It just
we're
does
talking
not
about the
wanna
ghosts.
work. Yeah.
And the ghosts are starting to move into your computer.
It just keeps going back to radar for some reason. It's like it really wants to show you guys radar. Let's see if I can get it to work this time. Nope.
No.
I don't know what's going on with my computer, but here.
Dave thinks it's funny.
The ghosts have taken over my computer.
Taken over.
Give me a second. I'm gonna close it and log back in. It only takes a second for me to do this.
I'm getting goosebumps a little bit.
It actually is very funny that it's just frozen on that radar shot of
Well, I'll bring us up so we can talk about.
I'm trying to get this back open. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with it. I've never done this before.
You know what? Not a whole lot, but the thunder last night.
Oh, I didn't hear the thunder, but we had a lot. I think I left yoga at 2:30. And it didn't stop all the way.
Really?
No, until at least 6, 7 p.m.
I got a few sprinkles, and then last night is when we started to hear that thunder move in, and then, man, it was raining pretty hard.
I got it.
Oh, you
got it.
All right. The ghosts are out of her computer.
You know what it was? It was the mouse. Something's going on with the mouse.
You need a mouse pad
Anyways.
with that mouse.
Oh, maybe that's it.
That's why I have
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're on the Futurecast, guys. Get to the timing for people that are wondering when will things move into their neck of the woods. So there's where the rain is generally moving through right now. And as we put this into motion, you will see that most of what is kind of clipping the valley is going to continue to lift northward into the high country through midday and the early afternoon. Now, a couple spot showers and storms may start to fire up in areas like south of the valley or even in the valley, but the main event is off to the west, and this is that streamline of moisture from the remnant moisture of Priscilla. So this is the moisture that could create some issues for us later today and into tonight. So this is 6 o'clock on the Futurecast. Notice we're starting to fill out the valley a little bit with some shower and storm activity, but it does turn heavier overnight. So this is the middle of the night. The valley, northward through Payson, up to Flag, all getting a steady to heavier rain. And this is going to be an accumulative effect rain. It's not like sometimes when we get a thunderstorm that drops an inch in 30 minutes. This is more like maybe 1 to 2 additional inches of rain over this spell of tonight and early tomorrow morning, but it still has to run off somewhere. So then we end up seeing our washes that are typically dry start running with moisture. So here we go. This is around 8 a.m. tomorrow. Still some rainy conditions in the valley. It's now moved east into Gila County, so the Globe area now on higher alert overnight and tomorrow morning. And the problem is that it's slow to move out. So areas like Globe, much of the afternoon may see on and off heavier storms. And then there's the possibility tomorrow late day into the night for some thunderstorms, as you're seeing on this model at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. So that's what we'll be watching, guys. Even Sunday, Monday, there are some storm chances. So I would just recommend to stay with us online. Fox 10 Talks.
You'll be here tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll have
On air.
updates. I will
Okay.
be here tomorrow morning too. Yep.
You know who else is watching the weather very
That
carefully? The folks at the fair.
Yes, they are. We're going to do a hot walk.
A hot walk.
So we're bringing in the fun snacks.
Hot mom Krystal.
Krystal, you can come ghost hunting. If you want to come, you're invited to go ghost hunting.
If I didn't have all these storms.
That's true.
Come on
She's
over,
busy.
ladies.
Come on over,
Look at-
Bree.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
look at
got
that backpack,
We
Bree.
got. Look at this. It's bigger than little Bree.
And here comes Lola.
Here comes Lola.
You know what I forgot? Lola is a beautiful
Lola's
green
keying
color.
out.
So she's
she floating?
she's kind of
She's
disappearing.
floating. She's disappearing.
Look, we got
Lola.
bird head, Anita.
Oh my gosh.
Ghost hunter.
I know, right?
That's gonna
Come
be for
take
the ghost hunter.
come take a seat over
For those
here.
of you at home who don't know, who haven't watched any of our,
Wait, oh my gosh.
She's disappearing.
she's gone. I'm afraid of birds.
We brought the wrong bird.
It's all right. Lola is still cute and very vocal.
She is. You want to say hello? Hello. But see, no, but that was the ghost. There's no bird here.
Okay, first and foremost, Bree, the rain, obviously not great for the fair, but you guys are going to stay open.
Yes. And you know, yesterday we had a lot of rain, but people were out.
Oh, good.
People brought their
don't care.
umbrellas.
They wanna
They
party.
brought their ponchos, right, Nancy? You saw everyone.
Yesterday was the best day. Everybody was there. It was a party.
It was.
Because if you're going to come to the fair when it's raining, you're wild and fun. So I
But also it's a lot
recommend it.
cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
this-
worked out.
yeah.
I saw a lot of families with their kids. They had their umbrellas. They had, their ponchos, and they were ready to party.
Poor Anita is deathly afraid of birds.
She's doing good.
She is. But Lola's like a sweet bird, Anita.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
She has
When
a
you've
beak.
got a phobia, it doesn't matter.
She still has a beak.
It's the beak
Yeah.
that gets you.
I don't know. When the wings start flashing. She's beautiful, Lola. You're beautiful.
Aw.
I have a
tell us
healthy
a little-
respect.
Nancy, tell us a little bit about Lola.
She's a yellow-crowned Amazon parrot, and I know I'm not going to convince Anita, but she's one of the nicest parrots on
She's
the planet.
beautiful.
She
yeah.
is
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah.
She is very beautiful.
How long have you had her?
I've had her for 20 years.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, they live a really long time. So us having her at the show, a lot of people that come to the fair have seen Lola performing year after year after year after year after year. So she loves it. She's great at it. This weather makes the birds very hormonal.
Oh,
so
girl.
it is a fun time to see
What
the
else
bird
can
show.
Lola say?
Can you say hello? Hello. Good. Can you do a rooster? What? Can you do a chicken? Right. And now, can you do a kitty cat? No. Okay.
No.
She can't stop it. Good. Lola, do the kitty cat. No. Yes. No. Okay, that's not cool. Here, you guys call the kitty. She'll do it.
Lola, can you do a kitty cat, please?
No.
Lola,
Meow.
please.
Like when
Meow.
you call the kitty for dinner.
Here,
just like
kitty,
that.
kitty. Here, kitty, kitty.
Here, kitty cat.
We learned that neither of you have a cat.
No.
You did not know how to call the cat for
What
dinner.
are you supposed to say?
Here, kitty,
Oh,
kitty,
that's
kitty,
what.
kitty.
Oh, yeah.
what we said.
You did.
Yeah.
I said
Okay.
kitty.
What is that?
That's how we call cats in Poland.
That's how they call cats.
Look, she looked at me though. Yeah,
Maybe
no,
she's
she goes,
Polish.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
No.
No, come on.
She's
You want to
sassy.
sing him a song? Can you go la 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 la?
Oh, wow.
Look, hold on. I have a lot of questions all of a sudden, Nancy.
So sweet.
Now, do birds like her, beautiful parrots, does she inherently know how to talk, or do you teach her?
That's a really good question. And I have a really long answer, but I'll try to shut it down, make it short. She doesn't know what she's saying, but she is compelled by her intellect and her long life to want to interact with the people that she's close to. That's why when we walked in and you guys were around the microphones laughing, she sat over there and laughed.
Mimicked.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I'm part of the crowd. I'm part of what's happening. So it's being social.
Wow.
That guy's cracking up over there.
Yeah, Dave.
Dave, do you want to hold Lola? Oh, he wants to hold. Can he hold her? No.
Oh, it'll be such a. It'll be. Well,
okay. No.
I don't know. Is this actually? Oh, this is live.
Yeah, you're live.
So if it doesn't go well, great. How many viewers do you have?
A lot.
Okay, so what do you guys think? What do you guys want to do?
Everybody weigh in. Should Big D be holding Lola? How's your wife going to feel about that?
Come here.
We have 2 minutes.
Oh, we have 2 minutes left.
We have a break. Fair hours.
So we open at noon every day, Thursday through Sunday until October 26th, where you can see Lola, you can see all the other lovely animals. You know, you can get your cotton candy fix, your kettle corn fix. I brought this just for Ty, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, I'm the one who's been.
Oh, it's okay. Nothing bad happened.
She's fine. Stop screaming. You're scaring her.
Pick her up because you can save her.
Oh, I wish we had a camera on Lola. No way, Dave.
Oh, the blood. Oh, the humanity.
Look at that.
Oh, Dave to the rescue.
Look how cute
I'm
you are.
sorry, Lola.
Oh my God.
It was the
See, that's what you were afraid of. Oh no, and it happened.
Can we do reruns of Anita's face?
She's gone, and she's not even in green.
She doesn't even want to. She's hiding.
She got scared of the kettle corn.
It's okay. Sorry, Lola.
No, it's
Sorry.
Okay.
She's
Yeah,
fine.
are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah? Okay.
Okay, she's good.
Nancy, can you teach Lola to swear? Probably not, because it's a family friendly.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, we do.
You do not.
Not on TV, but.
On this we can.
No, we can't, because now we're on TV
No,
too.
because we're on both.
Yeah.
Nancy, don't get us in trouble.
Sorry,
don't
Lola.
get us in
No
trouble.
swear.
All right.
Website for people to get tickets. We have 30 seconds.
azstatefair.com. We're going to be open. Bring your ponchos, bring your umbrellas.
And have fun with us.
Yes, have fun with
Should
us.
Lola?
Oh my gosh, stop it! You're gonna go ghost hunting. She's
Say
gonna go
bye,
ghost
Lola.
hunting.
Let's go ghost hunting.
Say bye, Lola.
Say bye. Bye.
Bye. All right, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, this is off the rails.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
excited.
bring that right
Okay.
up. All right,
Here we go.
Nadine is joining us here this morning with Get Ghosted Phoenix. She was on the morning show last week, right?
Yeah.
And I met you, and I was like, okay, we've got to bring you back because we need to do some ghost hunting. Real quick, kind of give us a little synopsis of what you do.
Well, my company's called Get Ghosted Phoenix, and I do want to mention the name because I called it Get Ghosted because I was getting ghosted by the living in this modern dating world.
So it happens even to beautiful ladies like you.
Go on. I'm just kidding. Thank you.
You know it.
So I decided to kind of play on the words get ghosted because we use ghost hunting equipment on all our ghost hunting tours or ghost tours. And so we get ghosted by the dead, which is way more fun than getting ghosted by the living. And we have 3 tours in downtown Phoenix that are ghost tours. They're all different locations, all different history. So it's never a repeat. It's all unique. Downtown Phoenix is big enough to where you can do that.
That's cool.
Amazing. And you do it year round, not just this spooky season, which is a little bit more extra
I do
fun.
it year round, and even in the summer, the ghosts don't take the summer off. But you know, we still have it available for the people who like 112-degree walks.
Yeah.
You know, it's good for mental health.
Well, we're going to take a walk.
Yeah, we are.
You guys, we're going to take a walk now as you're explaining how you got into it.
Okay.
So we have these archives. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
You want me to help you with your equipment? You got it?
Absolutely.
Okay, we can help you carry it if you want. We're mic'd up. Tom Fergus, our photographer, is with us. And tell us how you got started.
Well, to be honest, I've always loved the paranormal ever since Ghost Hunters was a show, and they would capture the evidence on the EMF, on the spirit box, on the video, and it really excited me. And back then, in like 2007, I don't think people were as open as with ghosts. They're like, oh, you're crazy, there's no such thing. Now it's all the rage. People are definitely wanting to book this type of experience. They want to see if they can capture evidence. And so, yeah, I went on tours when I was a personal trainer. I had another business. I went on tours across the country, and I thought, is Phoenix even haunted? And it is. And I went on a tour, and I thought, okay, I got to make my own version of this. This is too, there's not a lot of competition, and I'm like, why not? And so I did it, and then 2 years later, it's been going great.
Maybe real quick, hold on. I got us some ghost hunting equipment. This is for you just in case we need to hit one.
Oh, yes.
Anita, you can have the big
flashlight.
But it doesn't, the light's not very good, and then I have this little tiny one.
Okay.
All right, we're ready to go.
Okay.
So tell everyone where we're going, Ty.
Okay, so we're coming outside of our Foxton studios here. Now, our studios, if you know anything about it, this is fairly old. Our building used to be an old car dealership. It also used to be a bowling alley, and there used to be a building right where our guest lot is. So this is right where we're standing. So underneath this parking lot is a basement. So we're going to go into our creepy basement. Wait till you see this.
Oh, gosh.
I've never been down here, by
You
the way.
haven't?
I've never been
Tom
down
and I
here.
went down last week to make sure that everything worked.
As we're walking in, what is this equipment that we have?
Okay, so right here, these are dowsing rods, and they're made of copper, and they actually do have a practical use. So if you have water on your property, it's supposed to cross over to indicate where that is.
Okay.
In the paranormal world, it's used to detect activity.
Oh gosh,
I
this
know.
is creepy.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
I want you to know that I wore my ghost hunting boots as well.
I am so excited that you have a pair.
Thank you.
Teacher's pet.
Down the steps. You go first, Anita.
You want me to go first?
No, I'll go.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, I've been down here before.
Wow, this is so exciting.
So this is our creepy basement. They used to put all like the archive tapes, like look, all these stacks of tapes.
Oh, wow.
This is the creepy. I don't know.
Are you feeling it already?
A little bit over here for sure.
Oh my
Going
gosh.
here then?
Yeah, you know what? Let's
following
do
you.
it. Okay. Oh, wow.
So this is creepy in here.
Okay, it definitely is. So I'm going to put this real quick because right here against the wall. So
And you gave me a tool too.
Oh, yeah.
What is this?
This is an EMF detector. So as you can see, the lights will fluctuate. So, whoa. Okay.
What does that mean? Why are you saying whoa? You're freaking me
It's
out.
not supposed to be doing that. Hold on. Let me go away from the camera to make sure it's not that.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it is. Well, I don't know.
We have a lot of signals going on.
Oh, you do?
With our camera and that.
It could, okay, so
nice, yeah.
so here's the thing. With this, it detects electromagnetic frequencies. So the fact that it's going off like that, it could be the cameras. I haven't been here before, so I can't confirm or deny that. But it also could indicate a paranormal activity. So if you see rapid fluctuation, that's what that means. But this is creepy.
Tom is walking away from us with the camera.
It's still doing
you guys,
it.
And what you can't see is that there is rapid, very rapid fluctuation. So just hold it up.
Right here.
Right there. Right when Tom, peek over at us.
You can see
just hold the lights to the camera. If he can zoom in.
You see that?
So the camera's what, like 10 feet away?
Yeah, it's definitely not the camera. Okay, so this is a spirit box. Here, I'm going to give you these.
Okay.
Now, over here, this is a rapidly scanning radio, and it creates white noise. So let me put this on.
Here, I got my flashlight, my trusty flashlight for you. We're going to come out. We're going to get a better signal over here.
Okay.
Watch your step.
Oh. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah. What is it?
So it rapidly scans radio stations and it creates white noise, and it also picks up words and phrases from the radio.
I heard some words when you first put that on.
Yeah, so we can ask questions like, is there anybody here with us tonight? Or this morning?
Whatever time it is.
If you're here, can you say hello? How many people are here with us tonight? There we go. Hold on. Oh shoot, this is really active tonight. Hold on.
It's really active.
Just making sure nobody's gonna pop out these stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
But now it's not.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
So, we're gonna put this, I'm gonna give this to you. And then this here, I'll put this lower. This one is yes or no. So now it's just staticky. I'll give you this. So you have to train the ghost to use this. So you can say, spirits, I'm Nadine, and I have the cast of Fox 10 here with me and the videographer, and I want to ask you guys a couple of questions. And if you're here and with us and want to respond, if the answer to the question is yes, please cross the rods over. And if the answer to the question is no, please spread the rods apart. So let's get started. Or you can answer on the spirit box. So, does anyone here want to speak with us? If you do, please cross the rods over or say something on the spirit box. Okay, the rods just crossed over. Now haters will say, oh, you moved it, but I didn't move it. Do any of you guys have a question?
Is a spirit a man or a woman?
If you're a man, can you cross over to yes? You're her. Did you hear that?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Who's her? What's your name? Can you point to where you're standing?
Well, this is gonna be the creeps, Nadine.
I know. Where are you standing?
Oh, it's pointing right at you, Anita.
Keep moving.
Right,
oh my God, it's following you. Do you love Anita? If you love Anita, cross the rods over.
Stop it.
It's a friendly ghost then.
Did this ghost used to work at Fox 10?
Did you used to work at Fox 10? No.
No. Okay. Did you used to work at the car dealership? No. The bowling alley.
What? We heard something.
Can you repeat that?
Oh.
Can you say one of our names?
Oh.
I'm Nadine. That's
they're playing
Anita.
Music.
Yeah.
Huh. This is creepy, Nadine.
I know. Do you want us to stay? If you want us to stay, cross the rods over. If you want us to leave, spread the rods apart.
Oh, he wants to stay.
Perfect.
Okay, at least it's a friendly ghost.
How do we ask him how many ghosts are down here with her?
Okay, let's ask on the spirit box. If you can, tell us how many spirits are here with us. That was weird. Are there more than one? If there's more than one, cross the rods over.
Oh my God! And you're not doing that?
No, you want to try it? Here, I'll give it to you. Yeah. And then here, you can take the EMF detector. Oh, okay, and I'll take that.
Okay.
Okay, you guys asked me the question. I'm holding the rod steady.
Do you like Anita? No.
Well, you have to tell it.
Well, there's more than one spirit.
But you also have to tell it if you like Ty, cross the rods. If you don't like Ty, spread the rods.
See, he doesn't care. He's just as like happy we're here, right?
Are you still happy we're here? It feels like the activity kind of dropped off.
I feel like I need to leave.
We should try a different spot. So sometimes.
Oh my God. Okay, Nadine.
Yes.
We have like 2 minutes left.
Oh, dang it.
How do people get a hold of you?
Okay.
And if they are interested in taking a tour in the downtown Phoenix area, how do they do so?
Well, it's totally easy. You can go on getghostedphoenix.com and book any of our tours. We actually have a new one that's on Mill Avenue called The Mills Have Eyes.
Oh.
Because,
what did it say?
I don't know. I was busy
Here, try, you hold the
yapping.
rods.
Ooh.
You try the rods.
Okay, here, you hold that.
Okay.
Hold this.
All right,
And we have tours weekly. Some tours are weekend. We have a Spooks and Spirits tour that's seasonal.
Anything fun for Halloween?
Yes, the Spooks and Spirits. We actually end up inside one of Phoenix's most haunted and historic speakeasies, and we do a ghost hunt, and people get craft cocktails before the tour, bar opens.
90 seconds.
All right, is Tom the best photog we have at Fox 10?
Is there a spirit present here with us in this end of the building? Please cross the rods.
Is Fox 10 Talks going to get an Emmy for this? Most definitely.
That was all natural, right? Total ghost.
That was crazy.
Yes, this is definitely Emmy worthy for sure.
No, this is fun.
Wow.
Thank you so much for coming in. Give us that
Amazing.
website one more time.
Yeah.
www.getghostedphoenix.com, and you can book any of the tours. We would love to get ghosted with you, and using ghost hunting equipment is super fun, and we hope to see you this Halloween season and afterwards.
Look how active.
It is active. Sorry, I didn't mean to put it on your face. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming in. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break, and Syleste is going to take it away for us.
Okay.
We're gonna
30
get out of
seconds.
here. All right, let's get out of here.
All right.
Let's
I
keep
left
checking.
the stick somewhere.
That's all right.
Are you sure? What if it gets moved the next time you're down?
It might.
Sorry. Thank you. Sorry. That was kind of fun. Honestly, I think this place is haunted AF. Just because it's daytime and there's a lot going on.
Where did that stick go?
It's in here. It was the main. Is this the first room we went in?
It's right here, Ty.
She said 40 seconds. I thought she said 30 seconds.
It's right here.
Oh. Well, we still got more time.
We're still on.
We can get out of here, though.
Oh, we are still on?
Nadine said she thinks this place is still haunted.
Well, I feel like because right now it's busy, people are walking around. You shouldn't get activity like that.
No, but we did.
But we did. That's right.
Okay, guys,
We're back on the same
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging with us. It is 11:30, Friday, October 10th already. October seems like it's flying by. Welcome in, you guys. It's Des and Dom. Hey, how you doing?
How are you, girl?
Yeah, Ron. So yesterday on the morning newscast, Ron goes, "Oh yeah, I gotta go catch my flight. I'm headed out this afternoon." I go, "Wait, what?"
Excuse me.
I'm like, "You didn't tell me you were off tomorrow."
He's a busy bee,
Like-
that man.
He's like, "I gotta run it by you." Yeah, he's going. I don't know where he's going. One of his amazing trips that he takes
with all the
like-
sites
Yeah.
he has. Yeah, he's been all over.
He's everywhere.
I want to
you
be
guys.
like him when I grow up. Yeah.
Right. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Excited to be with you. Hey, everybody. I'm glad it's Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
kind of a little cloudy Friday, which is nice. An excuse to not do anything.
I know, right? Those
after
are always
work.
so good. Throw your
Yeah.
sweatpants on and don't feel guilty.
Yes,
Did
turn
you do
on the
anything cool
Netflix.
today?
Where were we? Oh, we were out at the Greek Festival.
Oh,
That was
okay.
a lot of fun. If you need plans this weekend, you can eat good, amazing dancing, bring the whole family. I think it's like $5 for admission, so
that's
very
nice.
affordable as well. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, good. And we were at a pep rally. Deer Valley High School is doing their pep rally today, parade, and then they have a game tonight as well. So,
Nice.
yeah, that was
All
cool. We were
right.
out there hanging out with the
Football's back.
high school kids. But I felt like, I was like, oh, when did I get so old?
Things start to look smaller,
yeah, I'm
right?
like, wait, they look like little babies.
I
I'm like, was this me?
Yeah. Time flies when you're
Yeah,
having
so that
fun.
was fun.
Yeah.
So, Des.
Dom.
And a lot of folks get us confused.
All the time. Daily, I would say.
Daily.
Yeah. But we it's all good fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But so if you follow Dom and I on social, I don't know if you do or not, but you saw a video, a little reel that we put together, kind of introducing ourselves and having fun and explaining our differences. So we have that for you. We're going to play it right here. Shot one, you guys, right? Okay, here we go. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Desiree.
Hi, I'm Dominique.
My nickname is Des.
My nickname is Dom.
I'm married.
I'm not married.
I have 4 kids.
I have no kids.
I can't go anywhere on a Friday night.
I have plans every Friday night.
So, similar names.
And similar features.
But I'm Des.
And I'm Dom.
Love it. We had so much fun doing that.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
It was just one of those things we just do. We're like, we have to do this.
Yeah.
And then we wish we put the heights too, because
That was one thing we forgot.
Telltale.
Yep, I'm 5'4".
And I'm 5'9", so it's a little as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That was
funny.
fun.
But I mean, so a lot of the public relations companies will get us like mixed up.
Right. They're like,
because-
so how's the new baby?
Yeah,
Oh my
I
gosh.
know. You love that question, don't you?
Yeah.
How's your baby,
I
girl?
was like, I have no kids, but her babies are so cute. I'll babysit.
And which she has.
Yeah.
So they can kind of be yours if
Be
you
hers,
want
but
to
yeah.
take ownership of them.
Nope, I can give them back. That's the best part. Have some time with them and give them back to
Well,
mom
they
and
do
dad.
love Auntie Dom.
Yes,
So
and I love them right back.
yeah. All right, you guys. We wanted to just show that video to you. If you want to go follow us, give us a follow at Desiree Fluellen on Instagram. Pretty simple. What are you?
Yeah, I'm Dom Newland TV.
Okay.
And then you can really see our difference. We're alike, but so different.
Yeah, exactly. Love you to death.
I
though.
know. Love you.
Okay, so we have something really exciting lined up for you guys today. We are speaking with a reporter from Variety. I'm trying to switch the cameras too. I'm pressing my single button, you guys, but it's not. Okay. Here we go. It's not working, or my camera. But so we're speaking with Tanya Garcia. She's with Variety, a music reporter there. And we're going to. Hi. There you are.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today.
Yes.
Yeah,
we are
absolutely.
excited.
So we're talking Bad Bunny, and you wrote a cover story on him in June. You met up with him in May, and I love how you kind of just set the scene, how it was a May afternoon. You arrived at the Equinox Hotel in Hudson Yards to speak to, I love how you threw his first name in there, right? He's got four names.
Yeah.
But you're like, everyone knows him by Bad Bunny. What was that like, getting to meet up with him, sit down, and learn a little bit more about this guy who's captured the attention of the world?
I mean, how do you prepare for a conversation with somebody who really has just defined a cultural movement, who has so much influence? I recently also got to see the last show of his 31-date residency in Puerto Rico. It was my first time in Puerto Rico, and he might as well be just like, he's like their president, I would say. Like, he is so loved there. Everybody is so proud of him. So how do you prepare for a conversation with somebody like that? But I was really lucky that he was obviously extremely excited. That was before his residency had started. So he had a lot on his mind. Rehearsals hadn't started yet. And that's kind of how he works. He kind of just goes by the moment. He really absorbs the moment. And what he's been able to do with that has been pretty fascinating to watch.
Yeah. I loved, in your article too, Tanya, you mentioned that you guys were originally supposed to do the interview in a conference room, and he looked in here and he was like, no, like this looks like a scene out of somewhere. It's too stuffy. He wanted to go outside, walk around, get some air. I just thought that was like a fun little touch. Shows what type of guy he is too, not taking himself too seriously, which I liked. And I'm just curious, your conversation with him, I know you said this was before, obviously, the announcement of the halftime show, before rehearsals started. What was his vibe? Did he seem ready? Did he seem prepared when he was just talking about all he's done so far? Is he ready for this type of performance? Because sometimes you hear some artists who are offered, they say they're not ready yet. They want a couple more years. What did you pick up?
Yeah, I actually, we had a really long conversation about where he is mentally with how his career is going. Has he been able to process everything that's happened to him? And he was kind of half and half, where he was like, I'm going with the motions, but I'm also fully present and fully attentive to everything that I'm doing. And you can tell by the details that he puts into his shows. We're really, really excited about that halftime show because we're going to, it's going to be fully in Spanish. It's going to be a lot of pride. It's going to be, we're expecting to see the Puerto Rican flag on that field on February 8th, a lot of cultural, significant moments. So his attention to detail has always been really, really quick and always really there. So I think he has been ready for this for a minute.
Mm-hmm. And Tanya, can we go there a little bit and talk about it? So I'm sure you've seen the news now that Turning Point USA, which is actually headquartered here in Phoenix, has now announced plans to do something called the All-American show, right? In response to obviously Bad Bunny taking the stage at the Super Bowl. Just if you can, give us your thought. What do you think of that? And like you just said, you mentioned we're going to see the Puerto Rican flag. He is going to be speaking in Spanish. He has no songs in English. Can you speak to the fact why his performance and his selection is so important and crucial?
Yeah, I think that it was an incredibly strategic move by the NFL and by Rock Nation and Jay-Z to select Bad Bunny to be the halftime show performer this year. The NFL has been trying to polish their international appeal for some years now. They've had shows in Brazil and Berlin and France, you name it. So them selecting, the biggest global star of the moment, Bad Bunny, as a halftime show performer in the United States really speaks to that they're very aware of who their audience is. Their audience is global. And, it doesn't get more global than Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is up there with Taylor Swift in terms of streaming numbers. He is, has been the most streamed artist consecutively for a couple of years now. So it makes sense for the NFL to choose him. In terms of the counter programming that's now happening with Turning Point, it is exactly that. It's counter programming. They had a survey of, the type of music that people want to hear for that program. And it's, worship music. It's Americana, it's country music. So yes, we're living in almost parallel realities, it seems.
Well, and how about the first, because you just mentioned their poll, the first choice in their poll is anything in English.
Right. Again, just speaks to we're living in two different realities right now.
And I think when folks question too, like, why him? Because there are oftentimes, right, some of these superstars, like, they're so big, but then there's so many people that haven't heard of these performers too. And I just want to make mention in your article, you had, even prior to his residency in Puerto Rico, he had grossed a whopping $435 million on tour in 2022 alone and sold the equivalent of 100 million albums.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. And even I know he does a lot for Puerto Rico. I read, I think as well in your article, just employing like 1,000 or so people from there to make a part of his crew, just to give people jobs. I know he wanted a lot of his concerts to be free in Puerto Rico just because of the financial times. So it's really interesting. But with Turning Point USA, it'll be interesting to see who all is performing, because right now you can see here on this graphic, no performers have been announced yet. But but once again, they are celebrating, they say a little bit further down, faith, I believe faith, family, and freedom. So too, maybe if they'll have Christian singers as well. So it'll be interesting to see when they announce and who exactly will be a part of their lineup and what will be going on there.
Yeah, but okay, so to lighten it up a little bit, so do you what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? I wanted to ask you at the top of this, what's your favorite, but we'll refer to Tanya first on this.
Oh my God, there's way too many. From this last album, I would probably say Nueva York. Nueva York.
Yep.
It's probably my favorite because it kicks off the album and it really encapsulates all of the feelings that you'll find in the album. And you can't help but want to just, shake your hips, dance around a little bit. It's such a good song.
That's what I was going to say as well. I'm Puerto Rican. My mom's Puerto Rican. Don't speak any lick of Spanish. And so Bad Bunny, I never know what he's saying either, but I love the beat. I dance around as well. So that's it just makes you want to dance when you listen to him.
Okay, so you got Puerto Rican blood
over here.
All right. Tanya, we know you speak Spanish too. I don't whatsoever, but I I hope I get this right. Titi me pregunto.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yes. That one gets the party started.
Yes.
It does. All right. Well, Tanya, before we wrap it up and send you on your way, thank you for spending so much time with us today. What nugget of your interview or your cover article do you want to leave with folks about him? Most surprising? Anything there?
Yeah, I think for me, it was I was pleasantly surprised that he wasn't afraid to answer any of my questions that were a little bit more pointed. I had asked him, how is it going to feel to bring all of these, non-Puerto Ricans to Puerto Rico? You're going to hike up the tourism. You're going to hike up, I'm assuming, some of the prices for these things. How will it feel for the locals? And he was very adamant that, Puerto Rico isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Puerto Rico has a lot of history to it that isn't so beautiful, that isn't so pretty. But, to absorb that and to really feel that and to still have pride for that, that is, the core of what his messaging is. And that's something that I left with. And I'll probably, remember that conversation for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Wow. Such a special moment, too, just to, see him up person. And it's just special. Yeah. Something definitely you'll remember forever.
All right. Well, Tanya, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
If you guys want to learn more about Bad Bunny or read her article that is in Variety, Tanya, thank you so much. All right, stick around. Yes. We're going to send you to a quick break, and we'll be right back. We're going to throw up the mystery cam, too. Get your guesses in. tour or mystery camera. Mystery tour.
It's a mystery tour around the U.S.
Cameras are giving you a tour around the U.S., which they are. This is the mystery camera.
Yeah.
Some of you have gotten your guesses in. Not everybody just yet. So I'm going to let a couple more guesses funnel in. And then I actually want to go back and take a look at some of what you guys have been chatting about in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bear with me. I'm going to press which button, Dave, to bring us up? I'm going to press the Ron button. There we go. There's our camera.
Hola.
Okay, I'm usually over there and not with the button
Ron's
pad.
the mastermind, little DJ.
But so just to go through some of what you were chatting about, we had asked you if you had any questions for Tanya, and a couple people like Frankie D. I'm not excited for the Super Bowl halftime show this year. I mean, fair, right? Not every artist is necessarily everybody's cup of tea.
Correct.
Which is fine, but we had some really thoughtful things coming in from. Go ahead.
Jen's wall just went up a little bit, but she said something about like, I don't really care about football. I just like to see the commercials, which that's you forget too. Super Bowl commercials, they are so good.
Yep.
So
the commercials are great.
Yeah, you're there for the commercials, not the football team.
But I liked what Louis had to say here. Louis Gonzalez said, just remember, just because some don't like or know him, it doesn't mean that there aren't millions of people that love him, right? I mean...
It's a valid point.
Yep. So okay, that was a good thought.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to make sure. And we did get a couple more guesses in. Did you want to guess the mystery cam? I'll throw it up one more time.
I'm gonna say
I'm so bad at guessing. I'm just gonna go with Charles.
I was like,
he says St. Louis.
Kind of looks like an Austin, Texas, but I know that's where I lived. I lived downtown.
Okay,
but maybe I'll say Houston.
Thinking
Houston.
Houston. All right, and we have a couple guesses for Denver in there from. The Aviator.
Charles David says St. Louis.
Little Philosophy thinking it's Maryland. All right, I went with Charles David and said St. Louis.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. What do we got here? It's
ding, 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 ding. Denver. Nice.
All
okay,
right.
The Aviator, spot on.
Yep, and good job, Jen. Jen Walls, yes.
She got Denver as well. Nice, Jen.
All right, smart, you
Nicely
guys.
done,
Smart.
Denver.
We don't have any video to show you. Do you want to mention Angel Reese real quick? Shout out to her.
Yes, I know it's really big for the ladies in the WNBA right now. They are all doing a bunch of things going on. But in case you didn't see, the news dropped yesterday. So Angel Reese, she was announced as a 2025 Victoria's Secret Angel.
Okay, she's kind of like secretly living out my dream.
I know, right? Like
Right?
a lot of ours.
I just think it would be so fun to walk that stage, to have the big wings on.
Absolutely. And she said that was a dream of her. And of course, it's kind of iconic because her name now with the angel wings. But she's the first athlete to walk down that runway. So that's going to be a big
way
moment.
for future athletes, maybe.
I want to know how tall her heels are going to be.
How tall is she?
At least, I don't know.
How tall are... Wait, you're what?
I'm
5'9"? She's taller than...
Oh, yeah.
How
Okay,
tall
now.
are you?
Yeah, we're under 6 foot. Thank you. She, I think, is like, I don't know, 6'3", maybe 6'4".
Yeah,
she's up there.
right?
Yeah. But I'm sure it's different walking down that runway.
Well, it's got to be different, probably your balance with the wings
Yeah.
on. Like she probably is going to have to practice. And she, in an article, she said, "Oh, I'm just going to practice like as if it were for a game."
Yep,
So.
she already has that mindset.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Okay. So best of luck. And that show's coming up later this year.
Yes. I think in a couple of weeks, later on in October.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that soon?
That soon.
Right.
Yes, it will.
So also we have to talk about the rain. We're getting a lot of it today.
Yes.
We're going to see pretty much rain all throughout the rest of the day and through the weekend. So let's take a look at some video we have to show you, and then we'll get you guys up to speed on that. And you can hear it coming down here.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, I mean, Krystal has been preparing us pretty much all week long about this rain coming. Obviously, we saw Hurricane Priscilla at one point gearing up. Obviously, it's now downgraded, but we're still seeing like the remnants of all of that. Yeah. So this is some stormy conditions that we saw throughout the valley. This was shot right outside of our downtown studios here. Yeah. We're right at 7th and Van Buren. And this did leave quite... I don't want to say the mess,
but a lot of puddles. You know, Brian Acosta and I, we were driving throughout early morning hours, like 4:30 to 7 a.m. Along the I-10. We're on the 101, and we were seeing light showers, nothing like what you're seeing right now. Of course, I think that's going to be coming a little bit later on today. But yeah, there were some spotty areas of some rain. That's typically, I feel like, how it is driving across Arizona. You go through those pockets where it's really falling, and then you go a little further down the street and then it's dry. But
yeah, like the wipers are like, on and off sporadically.
Yes.
I always love when you're not prepared. And when you turn your wipers on and they're like falling apart,
and you're like, it's making all those noises. Like, okay, time to see my
nails
mechanic.
on a chalkboard. Time to replace those. Oh, goodness. So obviously that has been our top story really all morning long, you guys. So we're expecting, again, that rain through this weekend. And, of course, you can follow along. We have the weather app. Really good.
Yes.
If you want to download that, too, in addition to our regular app. And then Krystal is actually coming in tomorrow.
She is. Weekend AZAM. If you wake up with us on the weekend, she will be in forecasting it all. And because there's a lot of events going on too. You know, I mentioned I was at the Phoenix Creek Festival earlier. They said rain or shine all weekend long. So
all right. Yeah, and we are going to get to some of those events that are canceled around town. But we want to talk a little bit about the preparations as well. So if you do live in the Valley or you live in Globe and you're watching, then there is some important information that you guys are going to need to know. So residents in Globe, obviously they got hit pretty hard 2 weeks ago. I mean, the flooding there was bad.
Horrible.
We've seen 3 people die. Folks have just lost their home.
Yeah.
And now here they are having to do a really quick pivot and move to preparations. Well, right now I think you're seeing the Phoenix locations. Let me see. I pressed the button for Glow, but are they
here's some
cycling through?
sandbags. Let's see.
Let me see. Oh, hang on. VO4 is Globe. VO3? Okay.
There we go.
All right. Here we go. So this is Globe here. So the Gila County Emergency Operations, they have set up an emergency phone bank. So for folks who do need a call and get assistance or any information, they want you to use that number and give them a call. That is on our website. So if you want to go there to get that number. But yeah, they are filling up sandbags, which are available in several spots all around town there while supplies last. The county is also setting up that disaster assistance center this weekend to have that as a resource for folks as well. And then do you want to take a look at the Phoenix preparations here?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see right here on your screen, cities all across the valley, they will be offering these sandbags. So take a look at some of these locations in case they're near you and you need to be of service. There's 8 locations. You can fill up all of that sand for free. So you can see it there. But just keep in mind, if you do want to go out and fill up those sandbags, you need to bring your own bags and shovels. They're asking you to, and it will be available on a first come, first serve basis. But they really are just so important. You know, my heart still goes out to Globe. When I was out there, when all that kind of first happened, it was just a little quiet, you know, just after kind of a natural Mother Nature does thing, a natural event like that, and it's just the cleanup process and the business owners just cleaning up outside their stores, and it's such a mess out there. But it just breaks your heart because it's all their hard work, you know.
Yeah, and we had a story of an older family too. I believe it was the parents. They were older, living in their home, and they can't move back. Yeah. I mean, the mud, the rain, the water was up, you know, past the hip height.
Yeah.
I mean, your home is pretty much done after that.
Yeah,
so
all the memories.
Sad to see.
It is.
So let's see. I'm new at this. Bear with
Let's
me.
take a look. Any comments?
See, Ron's not gone enough
saying?
for me to use this pad like seamlessly. VO6 is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, VO5 is sports? Okay. Sorry, guys. VO5 on my board says sand. So that's why I was like, oh, maybe
I know.
it's not
I was
that one.
taking a look. Charles David said lots of humidity today. And yes, it's sticky out there. Yeah. It's real sticky. You need hairspray. Frankie D can't for more rain. I know. You like the rain, and then after a couple days, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Well, we need it here in the desert for sure. But we want to talk about some of the sports that are impacted. So a triple header for Arizona Fall League baseball games. They were scheduled to take place tomorrow in Tucson, but those games have been called off. So maybe you were headed out there to support someone you know or love. And then anyone who purchased a ticket can get a refund, or they're allowing folks to exchange them for another game that'll take place here in the Valley. And then we have as well the Big 12. They're keeping an eye on conditions, they said, heading into tomorrow evening's football game. That is between the Arizona Wildcats and number 18 BYU Cougars, also in Tucson. So if storm activity or lightning increases during the day, the kickoff time could be moved. It is scheduled for 5 p.m., but that could obviously slot at a later time.
Yeah.
So
And we also have a rain affecting all of the Pumpkin Fest. Yep, there it is right there at the Princess. They are canceling all daytime events through next Saturday. So the nighttime events will be decided on a day-to-day basis right now. If you want to head out to the State Fair, that will keep going on, but it will shut down if there is lightning outside. Also, Oktoberfest, I mentioned Greek Fest. They will go on, rain or shine.
And where was the Greek Fest again?
That's in Phoenix. Look on our website.
Yeah. Well, there was the event in Tempe, too. They were like, rain or shine. And then obviously the State Fair, they can't if there's any lightning. Which for safety, all the rides, you don't want to be.
Correct. Up on that Ferris wheel.
I don't want to be up on a Ferris wheel when there is lightning.
X-nay.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Not me today.
All right. So we just wanted to make sure you guys had all that information again, and we ran through some of that. Are we ready to talk chocolate?
Oh, yes. Always.
I wish I had some chocolate.
Yeah.
Anybody? Dave, you got chocolate back there? No? What? Dang. All right.
We need to go raid our break room.
So I don't know. Good news, bad news. Good news is I love chocolate. Bad news is the price. Of course. Chocolate prices staying high this Halloween season because of a shortage, they say, of a popular flavor. A Wells Fargo Agri-Food Institute report says a severe disruption in supply of cocoa coming from West Africa specifically could mean fewer chocolate treats to give out, or if you're not going to let cost stop you, it's just going to cost you more, apparently. So, yeah.
Like everything right now. But chocolate, really? That's too close to home.
Yeah.
Come on now. So now they're
Just
saying
sad.
chocolate's going up, so give the kids apples, vegetables.
No child wants an
I
apple.
know.
Don't do it. Don't be that house.
I see what they're trying to do. Push some healthy alternatives.
All right. Are you handing out candy?
No.
I guess I could probably answer that.
I don't think I will. No.
Yeah. Well, you're in an apartment.
Yeah.
Too, so
I'm
it's
good.
a little.
I can come
tough.
over. I can help you guys out. Here you go. But that's what I miss.
You know what? I'm gonna take you man our house.
Okay. And you guys go.
We're gonna take the kids out and do a loop, and then you just hand out the candy at our place.
So the kids are so cute. I just like to see their costumes. That's like, oh, little princesses.
Okay,
and-
your favorite Halloween costume from when you were a kid?
Oh
what was
boy, when I was a kid, I think I was a Hershey Kiss.
Oh,
yes, like
so
head cut out, big silver kiss. You just see my little legs.
Oh.
I was like, where did this come from? How?
And I'm going to say, Dom's got legs for days.
No, I was little. They were little legs.
Oh, they were little
I wasn't
legs?
grown into them yet. Yeah. How about you?
You know what? I actually grew up. My parents did not let me. How much time we got? 10 seconds.
10.
My parents did not let me really celebrate Halloween unless I went to school. So I always had to be a nurse because that's what my mom was, and I stole their stethoscope in. Okay. Have a great weekend, you guys.
Have a good
Bye.